Hey guys, how's it going? Juliet here. Today I wanted to get on the old YouTube and talk about the topic of going back to college or starting college as an adult. This is my current situation. So I've gotten a lot of questions about this and I haven't really gone into detail yet about my journey, what I'm doing, what happened along my path and why I'm here today and how this became my path in life. So as alone as I do feel in this path, I thought it'd be a good idea to make a YouTube video about it, talk about it, because you never know who might come across it, who else might be feeling this way. So yeah, here I am. So if you guys don't know, I am 26 years old. I just turned 26 this month in July, and I decided to start college at 24 years old in January of 2018. My journey post-high school was not that of the average high school graduate. I did go off to school. I did study music, which was what I wanted to invest my life in fully at that time in my life. And I keep needing to remind myself that that was the path I wanted to go through at that time in my life. And the more I think about it, the more I am more content with my decisions in my life and how my life is now and where I'm at right now in my life. So, story time. I did go off to school after graduating high school. I graduated high school in Northern California, moved to LA when I was 18 to study vocal performance at Musicians Institute College of Contemporary Music. So what happened is I only did get an associate's degree in vocal performance, and guys, this was one of the best experiences in my life and best decisions ever to go to this school and study what I did. I met some of the best people in my life, had some of the craziest experiences, and if I wouldn't have gone through those two years, I was there for 2 years. 2 years of my life, I would not be who I am today. That is very cheesy, but it's true. I don't know how else to describe it. So because I did not do a bachelor's program, I didn't have to do any gen ed courses such as math, science, whatever, all that stuff. All my courses were strictly music related, which was awesome, so much fun. And the college that I did go to did not have classes for that. If you did want to pursue a bachelor's degree, you had to go to community college somewhere else and get those credits done. So at this time in my life, I knew I wanted to pursue music, but I didn't know how. But I did know that that's what I wanted my focus to be on, and I didn't want to shift my focus at this time to something else that I wasn't interested in. And I wanted to do something that I knew I was good at and that filled the fiery passions inside of me. So the thing about the degree that I have in vocal performance is that I can't really do much with it. I could teach voice lessons if I wanted to, but I do not have the desire to teach, which is kind of strange because my mother is a teacher. She has been since she's in her 20s, and she's 65 now. She looks so good. She's an awesome teacher. I do not have that desire. So I stayed in LA, was doing my thing, was writing, songwriting, recording some music, and just kind of living my life out in LA, which was some of the craziest years of my life. Would not take them back for anything. Got a lot of good songwriting content out of those years. But you know, I was working regular jobs. Like I worked in retail. I worked at Charlotte Russe before it closed, RIP. I worked at a restaurant, and throughout these years of not really knowing what I was doing, kind of floating around, pacing around life, figuring out what I wanted to do and how I wanted to make money, I always got the question, Juliet, so what's your plan? I don't know. I never knew until basically less than a year ago what I wanted to do with my life when I was 25. 7 years out of high school. I feel like so many high school kids get pressured into deciding what they want to do with their lives when they're like juniors in high school. Not many people know what they want to do when they're 17, 16, 15. There's some things that I did miss out on that I kind of get sad about sometimes. Things I didn't get to experience, like dorm life, living on campus, eating in the caf. You know, your typical fresh out of high school college student experience. I never did any of those things. I watched my friends who went to four-year colleges, fresh out of high school, live out their experiences doing all the things that I kind of wished that I was doing. on Facebook, you know, seeing their pictures and their posts and stuff. I never got to experience that. MI was a really small private school, so we didn't have on-campus living. We didn't have dorms. I basically lived in apartments with girls who went to my school. It was a very different environment, and everybody was there for music because it was a music school. Those are the things that I missed out on that sometimes I get sad about, but I just had to keep reminding myself that if I were to have gone down a different path when I was 18, I would be living a very different life now, and I'm not sure I would be living the happy life that I do right now, and it's kind of crazy. I am so stoked about the journey that I'm on right now. Here's where my plans shifted. As some of you know, after I lived in LA, I was really depressed living there. LA is a hard city. It's also very expensive. So I decided that I wanted to move to Nashville, which is where I currently live. And I love it here. So happy to call this place home for the past almost 4 years. And, you know, I was doing the same thing out here. Still never really felt sure that I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. I've always known, of course, that I wanted to pursue music. It's been in my blood my whole life. I just have such a passion for it. I just didn't know what part of music that I wanted to pursue. And I don't remember when I figured this out, but I figured out that music therapy is a thing. And so I started to do some research on it because I love psychology. I have such a passion for helping people. I'm very open about mental health, depression, anxiety, and I found a passion on YouTube for helping people, and that got me really into researching about psychology and the human mind and just people in general. And somewhere I discovered the profession of music therapy, and I figured out that a local school in Nashville called Belmont University has a program there, and it's one of the top music therapy programs in the entire country. So okay, I started doing a ton of research on this profession and watching videos, reading articles, talking to people who are music therapists, and I just lit up like never before. I decided to go back to school. Now, because I didn't do any general ed courses at Musicians Institute, I basically had to start from the beginning like a college freshman. So I went to community college. I knocked out basically all my gen ed courses. I think I maybe have like 1 or 2 classes left to take that are only available at Belmont, but I went to Nashville State Community College for 1.5 years, had such an incredible experience. I learned so much. I had the most amazing professors, and I had a newfound love for school. And something that I learned while I was there is that if I would have gone off to regular college right after high school, I probably wouldn't have done as well. I probably wouldn't have been as motivated as I was when I started in January of 2018. I actually maintained a 4.0 until last spring semester. I got a B in anatomy and physiology, which was, that class was the death of me, but it's required for music therapy students. There's a lot that you have to know about the human body. In the middle of my journey at Nashville State, I applied for Belmont and I got in. Insert acceptance reaction here. I still had to audition for the music therapy program because my main instrument is voice. So I basically had to teach myself how to sing classical music. I am trained commercially. I've never sang classical music in my life. I've never had a classical voice lesson. So I basically taught myself and auditioned, and I got accepted. I started at Belmont this summer. I'm taking 1 class, which is my classical voice private lessons. And next week I have my very first jury, which is like the last thing that you have to do for the class, which is basically you sing in front of like 3 or 4 faculty members and they grade you on your performance or whatever. I don't know. I haven't done one yet. But then I'm starting full-time in the fall. 16 credit hours while working too. If you're my friend and you're watching this, I sincerely apologize that I will probably not be able to hang out with you until December. So call me now if you want to hang out, because starting August 21st, I will probably be MIA. So you heard about my story, my journey, how I ended up where I am now. If you are in my position as well, you're not alone. It is awkward kind of going to school while all your friends are basically graduated, have real jobs, but everyone has their own journey. My memory card ran out and I forgot what I was saying. I think I was talking about don't let society's standards, rules per se, trick you into thinking that you have to take a specific path in life to be successful, because you don't. I have friends who are a few years out of college already that wish that they have pursued something different or waited, or just like hate their jobs. So not everybody's path is going to be the same. Take your time and don't let the pressure of other people in society make a decision that you don't want to. So here I am on my journey to becoming your future favorite music therapist. And I'm so excited. I'm absolutely thrilled. I cannot wait to dive into my actual music therapy classes in the fall. Ooh, I get teary-eyed thinking about it. I just cannot wait to help people through music, whether it's people in the hospital, children, people with disabilities, everything. I can't wait. So I hope this video helped you. If you're going through a similar situation as me, if you want to chat, hit me up, follow me on Instagram, DM me. We are in this together. I love you guys. See you next time.